Some high-level diplomacy happening in Paris today, with President Biden meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron. But the connection between the two countries goes beyond the presidential pomp. Ed O'Keefe met a quintessentially American group working to mark those little bits of shared history and joins us from Paris with more. Ed, good morning.
Dana, great to see you. And, nearly ran into Michelle here this past week. As you mentioned, the American and French presidents meeting again this morning, continuing a bond that dates back to before the American Revolution. And we got a reminder of that deep history between the United States and France this week on a special walking tour of Paris. All along the streets of Paris, French history is baked into the balconies and boulevards. But if you know where to look, you may also find some Americana.
There's hints of it all over the city. You just have to dive a little deeper and then you'll see, oh, that's a connection to so many parts of the States. This specific statue is Lafayette and George Washington.
These are Scouts of America, Boy Scouts in Paris. Past members of their troop plotted out a 10.5-mile trail across the French capital, hitting stops of importance to Americans and the French.
It's just also a really great way to bond with other Scouts and with other Americans out here and, learn history.
Stretching from the Trocadero to the Champs-Élysées, we walked part of the trail that runs through familiar parts of the city. Stops on the walking tour include this quarter-sized replica of the Statue of Liberty, which was gifted by France to the United States in the 1880s. And here, tucked behind weeds and wildflowers, a statue of our Francophile founding father, Ben Franklin. He was sent to France at the start of the American Revolution and was key to securing French support for the war back home.
We honor him because he's what has built this massive alliance and holds these two countries together 250 years later.
Other landmarks may be harder to spot, at least at first. Under signs for the home of a WeWork, just a small plaque marks what was once Thomas Jefferson's home during his time as America's second envoy to France.
As you can see, the building has changed a little bit.
Oh, just a little.
But still, the plaque reminds us that, he used to be here.
Despite the physical change, the diplomatic foundation established by Franklin and Jefferson endures today. And these Scouts could be part of that future. They're quite proud to attend the same Parisian high school that Secretary of State Antony Blinken attended when his family moved to the city. So we have any future diplomats or secretaries of state here? What do we think?
Well, I guess we'll see. I mean, we're still in our scouting journey right now before heading
Get to college first.
Yeah.
Whether they make a career of it or not, their troop leader at least hopes they earn a greater appreciation for the shared history she taught her own, now grown son when he was in Scouts.
We just had Mother's Day in France, and he wrote, "Mom, you gave me just the right amount of Americanism." And I thought that was sweet because I thought, oh, good, my son at least can say he's a bit of an American, even if he never actually lived in America.
A cultural connection as we walk a path together as allies. We should point out most of those landmarks were donated at one time or another by wealthy Americans, although the city of Paris was happy to have them. And we want to thank Rohan and Cyrus and Thomas and Karen, their troop leader, and their parents for giving us that special tour. Guys, it was a fun reminder that the United States and France have a thing going back quite a ways.
Ed, that really cool story. And I have to say, I've really been enjoying this version of Ed O'Keefe Takes Paris.
Yes, yes. Are you going to dance? I want you to dance.
I mean, it fits. It's just been great.
Well, thank you. And, like I said, Michelle, you could have been right here with us. You didn't have to go home.
I know.
We had saved a spot for you.
Right?
And no, you've been working on some fun stuff.
Great stuff, Ed.
Ed and Mish Take Paris would have been a whole different experiment.
It
but
would have.
there you go. All right. Thanks very much, Ed. Appreciate it.